Steven Strasburg.
Eli Manning.
Ryan Lochte.
Michael Jordan.
Derek Jeter.
Rick Nash.
Claudio.
Derek Jeter.
Mickey Mantle's always been one of my favorites. I love Mickey Mantle.
Bobby Orr, hockey player.
Does it have to be an athlete?
Sean Johnson. His teammate trainer.
Put the camera down again.
What sport?
Track and field.
Serena Williams.
Favorite woman athlete is Allison Felix, women's 400-meter national champion.
Astia Lukin.
Sean Johnson.
Stephanie Dawson.
We run and lift just like the boys do. And that helps to break the rules because it puts girls in less of a dainty role and makes us more like athletic and strong.
It's a contact sport. You constantly have to lift. You have to do things masculine.
No, I think it can add to their femininity. Is that a word?
That's, yeah.
I think it can help them embrace it, and I think femininity and athleticism can work together.
I think a woman playing a sport could be a good thing. Kind of doesn't take away from their femininity unless it's like a kind of a butch sport.
I actually really like athlete girls because they're usually working hard and stuff like that.
So girls sometimes get more like mental about swimming, and they think they're not going to do well on one day. If they do a bad time, they're not going to swim fast ever again. So our coach kind of has to like talk to us in a different way than he talks to the boys.
Okay, let me tell you, it is a nightmare. Okay,
This is my nightmare.
I went to an all-boys high school. I only dealt with boys on my teams. Now that I'm on a team with girls, there's like, you take the emotions into account. Like, girls are crying before races. Like, I can't deal with this. Like, I'm like about to throw up before I run, and girls are like crying. Like, I don't know what to do. They're crying when they do well. They're crying when they don't do well. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
And never stop talking.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Because we're trying to focus, and they just yap.
Differentials, yeah, because obviously equipment costs more in football, and the numbers, they have, 90 kids versus 30 on your team, so there is some, differences in budget-wise, but making sure that everybody has the same experience is kind of how we take it. Like, the quality of their equipment is the same quality that you get, or the type of travel that they're going on is the same type of travel that you would experience. So the things that can be equal are, so for instance, like, they don't stay at a fancier hotel than you do or get better meals than you do. Obviously, giving a meal to 90 kids versus 30 kids makes a budget difference, but you're getting the same type of experience overall, and that's kind of how we try to make sure everything's balanced and equitable between all of our teams, male or female.
We only get new pairs of shorts when they like rip. We have to buy our shoes.
You buy your own shoes.
The boys' basketball team per se gets 5 pairs of free shoes
At the beginning of the
year.
season?
Yeah.
It's been used a lot. We have to return it at the end of the season, and we have to buy, like, if we want something like a sweatshirt or sweatpants, we have to buy it. But like a lot of boys teams, like basketball and football, get to keep theirs.
I mean, they previewed every one of our games this year, like, across the board, like track, tennis, like everybody was getting previews, and then the follow-up. So we do try to be equitable in terms of the information that's being put out there so that we can rotate. Like, it's not always a football story, it's not only always a men's basketball story, it's everybody's up there.
Shaking like a leaf, come on.
The women always played the first, and the men always played the second. What do you expect to happen?
Everyone left.
Everyone left.
It makes you feel worse.
As they're starting to play their game, they're lining up for their game to play, tons of people are going to
I don't really know all the numbers of funding, but games and stuff, I'd say it's about equal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have a real following for either team for fans. I think just our friends will come to the game and support us.
Okay.
And in terms of soccer, no, maybe like differences in girls and boys basketball would be a little big, like a bigger difference.
Yeah.
But soccer, I don't really see too many differences.
Okay.
You're winning games, you're gonna get recognition, whether you're a female sport or a men's sport.
Well, I think if you're like a popular sport, you're going to get more attention.
Well, obviously boys basketball brings in the most money.
Yeah, but girls field hockey is better than boys basketball.
Ooh!
You guys are so cute. Sorry, how much money did you guys bring into the school?
I'm sorry, how many Patriot League championships have you won?
Oh,
for treatment I can think of is the men's team's games are all on Fisher Field, whereas the women have to play on Metzger.
Even though we got further in the tournament, we didn't get as much attention as any boys team on campus would have gotten if they got that far and performed that well against a top 10 team.
Separates it, so like he'll deal with the girls team and then in like the next 10 minutes he'll deal with the boys team. So I never really feel like, even though we're at practice together, I'm not really competing with them. And like the same thing at meets, like it's not like we're obviously in the same race, like there's different heats and different sections, so it's nice knowing that I don't feel competition with other boys and like I'm really only with the girls. Because there's no like male field hockey team, that there isn't that challenge.
Well, our coaches always bring in male basketball players to help us get better because she says that they're quicker, they're faster, they're stronger, so it really like push us. And we also like play pickup with a lot of boys, and also I feel like at this school like more people go to the guys games and like probably at every school, and they're just like more supported by the community and their school because they're boys. The girl scores on the guy, it's like, oh yeah. So.
Okay, but like what if like a guy scores on a girl? It's never like that.
Okay,
it's like,
cool.
yeah, good for you. Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, we lift and train just as much as they do and just as hard as they do. And when the game comes and we know we're not going to have as many fans, we don't let it affect how we play.